School leaders constantly hear statements like, this group is performing worse, these students are behind, that intervention group did better. But sometimes those claims are based on assumptions and not actual analysis. In this video, I'm going to show you how to compare two groups using a simple statistical process called a t-test. Now, don't panic at the term. We're going to keep this practical and grounded. Hi friends, I'm Courtney, and on this channel we talk all about evidence-informed school improvement. So if you're into that, make sure you like and subscribe and come be a part of our community. For this video, I've included a downloadable dataset and a Google Sheet template so that you can follow along step by step. Pause the video and grab the file from the description below if you want to work alongside me. I've also added chapters so that you can easily jump back and forth to different sections later. Here's what we'll do today. First, I'll explain what group comparison actually does. Then we'll switch into screen share mode. I'll walk you through comparing two groups using Google Sheets. And then we'll finish with a practical what to do tomorrow step so that you can use this in your own school context. All right, let's start with the theory. A t-test helps us to compare the averages of two groups. For example, students in two different programs, intervention versus non-intervention groups, male versus female students, students with high attendance versus low attendance. The basic question is, does the difference between these groups appear to be meaningful? Now, this is important. A difference in averages alone does not automatically mean that that difference is important. Sometimes groups differ a little simply due to the random variation of life. A t-test helps us estimate whether the difference appears to be statistically meaningful. Today, we'll compare two groups of student test scores and walk through how to interpret those results carefully. All right, so let's jump into the spreadsheet. Here is our data set. You can see that we have student identifiers, group membership, and test scores. In this example, we're comparing students who participated in an intervention to those who did not. And we want to know, does one group appear to perform differently than the other? Before we run any statistical test, let's first calculate the averages for each group. We can filter the groups or separate them into two columns. To save time, I've done this for you in tab 2. If you need help with how to do that, check out my filtering and sorting videos on my channel. Now let's calculate the average for group 1. Equal sign, average, open parentheses. Highlight the first group scores, close parentheses, hit enter. Now repeat for group 2. Immediately, we can see whether the averages differ. But remember, a visible difference does not automatically mean a meaningful difference, and that's where the t-test comes in. So let's calculate it. Click into an empty cell and type equal sign T.TEST, open parentheses. Now, select the first group scores. Add a comma. Select the second group scores. Add another comma. For tails, type 2, because we're checking for differences in any direction. Add another comma. For type 2, which assumes equal variance for this example. Close the parentheses and hit enter. If the terms type, tail, or equal variance threw you a little there, no worries. I have a deeper, more theoretical explanation on my channel if you're interested in that. Now, the result that gets printed here is a p-value. So let's talk about what that means. If a p-value is very small, often below 0.05, that suggests that the difference between the groups may be statistically significant. In simpler language, the difference may be unlikely to happen just by random chance alone. If the p-value is larger, usually above 0.05, the difference may not be statistically convincing. But this is the critical detail. Statistical significance does not automatically mean practical significance. A tiny difference in scores can still become statistically significant with enough data. So strong leaders have to ask both, is the difference statistically meaningful, and does the difference actually matter in practice? Now, let's step back. The purpose of this analysis is not to label students or groups. The goal is better decision making. So we want to be really thoughtful here, and we want to ask deeper questions like, does this intervention appear to be promising? Should we investigate implementation differences? Are certain groups being underserved? Do we need deeper analysis before acting? Statistics should support thoughtful inquiry, not replace your professional judgment. So now it's your turn. You have to put this into practice. Tomorrow, identify two groups in your own school data. Maybe those are intervention versus non intervention students, students with high attendance versus those with low attendance, students before and after some support strategy. Compare the averages of a related outcome by running a simple t-test like we did today. Then ask yourself, is the difference meaningful enough to deserve action or deeper investigation? If you found value in this video today, make sure you like and subscribe, and be sure to check out this suggested video. I'll see you next time.